Yep. I see Jojo is here. Ooh. I'm
Hi,
so excited. Hello, Jojo.
hi. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
Great, thank you. I'm great.
Awesome. Awesome. It's so good to have you here. So yeah, guys, for everyone listening, maybe I'll do the introduction first and then I'll leave it. This session we're speaking with Jojo on using your creativity for social change. And I'm just going to read out Jojo's profile. Trust me, it has been watered down seriously. And yeah, so Jojo has been voted one of the 100 game changers in 2020, and she's an award winning diversity advocate, guest speaker, and business strategist. Since joining the gaming industry, Joanna has taken steps to promote and represent minorities in the digital and gaming space. In and out of tech corporate, she has worked head on to advocate for diversification of content creators, and the community as a whole. So yeah, welcome, Jojo. I'm so excited to have you join us.
Thank you for having me, Oscar. It's a
Yeah,
pleasure. It's an honor.
it means so much to us. Like, I believe you're at work. Today is a Monday and you're taking time out to speak with us. So really, big thanks. This means so much to us. So this profile I've read doesn't even do justice to you at all, if I must say. So please introduce yourself.
So thank you for having me again. Hi everyone. So until next week, I lead strategic business development in the Middle East and Africa at Unity. So what does that mean? So that really means that I help governments and large companies in the region to transform their economy in creating sustainable employability and self-sufficiency. The goal is to create solutions that will ensure that the population gains sustainable and marketable skills in Unity, and that the solution will enable them to launch successful startup, market their skill to existing businesses, local and international, and really to help promote the Middle East and Africa region as the hub for real-time 3D scale, not only in the region, but across the globe. One of the key measures of the success of those programs will is the number of talent that is added to the employment landscape. So basically creating inclusive economic opportunities. So that is what I do at Unity until next week.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
so from July, I'll be establishing a boutique consultancy agency with a heavy emphasis on Africa and emerging markets. The main mission being to leverage gaming as a catalyst to create sustainable digital innovation in the different region. So how to break into a new market, knowing and understanding the long-term strategy, engaging with those new markets to really provide disruptive innovation and really move towards a low-hand disruptive innovation. So it's really long-term strategy. The ultimate goal is to remain in a sustaining innovation ecosystem.
Wow. You make wow. I don't even know what to say right now. That's quite a lot. And that's really, really exciting. And I love where you're taking even the gaming industry too. You're looking at fashion, you're looking at many interesting stuff. And this is really exciting. Wow. Excited to hear more about that.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, then. So, for those who don't know, I keep on saying this almost every time I meet her. I'm sure she's tired about it. Georgia
Mhm.
has been in the industry for more than 6 years right now, and she's really, really helped lots of underrepresented communities get access to network, get access to opportunities, which is something that is very key, especially in our African creative industry. So, what I would just love you to do, Jojo, I don't know, from your travels, you've been to Nigeria, that's where we met. You've been to other countries, you've been to Ghana as well. From your travels all across, what do you think of the African creative industry? Yeah.
Um, what I think about the creative industry is the tenacity and the focus. Africa Communicate is an example of what African creative can do and what is
Yeah.
special, the focus, and there is there is huge opportunities in Africa and emerging market to leverage the creativity and to have that change and that focus actually and tenacity. This is why this is actually what pushed me to support. Let me give you an example when you tell me about the when you ask me about this question and the
Mm.
tenacity. 6 years or 6 years ago, because I've been at Unity for 7 years.
Yeah.
There was a young developer that knew about Unity, and he wanted some educational license. And at that time, the educational license were chargeable.
Yeah.
So I made sure that he got a trial license for 90 days. And in order for him, because why he wanted this license, he wanted to do an after school class in the universities that he was teaching to expose some of the students to Unity and to game development. And what really struck me is that he was really enthusiastic at that time. And
Yeah.
when he got he was so thankful that he sent me a couple of photo, and there was several students around one laptop, and they were actually learning game development on Notepad. So
Wow.
when I talk about tenacity and focus
Yeah.
and really have this knack to really go regardless of the challenges. This is what I think really made me support and start networking and really understand the ecosystem in Africa. Yeah.
Wow, wow, that's really exciting. I do wish we could see if we could follow up with him. And
Yeah. Definitely.
that would really be awesome to see where he has gone to with that, where
Sure.
he has taken that to right now. And that's really exciting. So when
Sure.
we talk of social change, it's now thanks to Gen Z that that generation is very stubborn, but then they're also breaking boundaries and making change happen faster. They are more vocal, they're more outspoken. But during my own time and before, gaming was not something seen as reasonable, especially in Africa. It was seen like, you're wasting your time. And
Mhm.
now we're speaking about using creativity to push, to drive social change. What does this mean, please?
What does this mean? Um, so the main difference that I see and what does it mean for me that, as you say, the Gen Z, there is the cultural and the creative industry play a big role, not only in Africa economy, but as well globally, because we have seen that there is the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. They're using as well gaming. It means that you're going to use your God-given gift to really take part of a sustainable change, not
Yeah,
only because when we talk about sustainable change, when we talk about changing the world, is not only on the environmental, but as well on the human side as well. The One of the things that I, I advocate for voices, and so aside from my work at Unity, as you said, I have an initiative named the Overlookers. I have a YouTube channel, and I support financially several organizations with that social impact focus, with that social change focus. And the YouTube channel, for example, I created it provide a platform for diverse experience in the gaming industry, but beyond as well. And let me give you an example. I interview Big Brother's Hug Foundation CEO founders who actually helps men cope with mental health and fighting gender-based violence in South Africa. So it goes beyond the environmental. It also go to the human behavioral
Yeah.
change as well. Yeah, this is what that means for me.
Yeah, yeah, that's really exciting, and I think that's a very key point. Social change, sustainable change, or even sustainability goes beyond just environment. Environment is
Mhm.
just one part of it. There's the human aspect, there's the societal aspect as well. And I like even the example you gave, looking at mental health. Do they use games to tackle this issue as well?
Yes, so they're looking at games at creating some games to really ensure that men understand what is the difference. As I said, that they're fighting gender-based violence. So
Yeah,
they're looking at gamifying some experiences in order to acknowledge and understand and recognize to be proactive in that behavioral um, yeah, in that behavior. Um, as we know, in South Africa, some community has got a lot of challenges, like economic challenges, cultural
yeah.
challenges, and that is sometimes an environment where gender-based violence is higher, and this is what they're doing right now, and
Wow.
using them as well.
Wow, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. And even you as well. I know you're not saying it, but then in case you don't know, Jojo is one of the few people that really networks people in the environment, in the ecosystem. As she has made mention of, she has a YouTube channel which you really need to check out. She also holds conversations and dialogues with lots of people within Africa, outside Africa, because unlike what most people would think, Africa is not the only underrepresented community, right? And she's doing this globally, reaching out to people all across to give them a voice, to spotlight them so that stakeholders out there that can support them can reach out to them. And I find this really, really interesting. Well done, Georgia. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you very
So,
much.
yeah. So now looking, let's see if we could move a little bit into this social impact that we speak of.
Mm.
Um, what's so important about using creativity? What does creative skill set, or should I say creative art, like say games, like cartoon, what is that thing they have that actually makes it very important and useful in driving change?
What's so important about using creativity
Yeah,
for social change?
yeah,
Well, I think today, as you can see, all every industry has some type of gamification, has some type of creativity, and it is natural to actually and utilize creativity um, to actually solve those problems. And
yeah,
when we talk about the need for creative, is highlighting those problems and then changing and finding ways that's going to be, we already seen whatever was done in the past, so why
yeah,
not use new way, disrupt. And this is what I was telling you about the agency, is really have that mindset of disrupting the statu quo with the creative. And when we say, I'm in the game industry, and
yeah.
really understanding how we can tackle those societal issues with those creativity. So we're talking about the environmental society,
Yeah,
societal, human behavior, And I think what is important is that it's going to be more palatable for the whole community. Games, we will be able to educate our children through games to take care of the planet. We will be
Mm,
able to educate our children through games to have a better way of understanding themselves and a better way of managing certain behavior. I think the education side of the creativity is key here because we are here today, but we need to think about our children and
yeah.
how we can actually educate them for a better world.
Yeah, that's really true. I totally agree with you. The education part is key, and we really need to think about a better world for our children. And yeah, I'm 100% in agreement. That's really cool. Yeah. And so I know this, I ask this question sometimes when I speak with people, and it's always funny that I keep on asking. But then, do you think, because right now, if you look at Africa, when you approach a creative, the number one ambition right now is to make money, right? And it's not that easy already in the industry because a lot of people are scrambling here and there. It's just now investments are coming in, and we're really, really happy to see these changes. So, do you think there's also, should I put the word, an entrepreneurial opportunity for this using your creative artwork? Say you're going into education, in terms of behavior, environment, whichever one these people choose as a game developer, animator, do you think there is an opportunity for probably funding or being entrepreneurial, running a sustainable business? What are your thoughts, please?
So there is two key message in your question here
Yeah,
is utilizing creativity to solve some global issue, okay, in
yeah,
Africa,
yeah,
and then how to make money from that.
yeah,
And the key word here is global. Yeah. So today, and it's
mm,
going to be a long term strategy again. Today, it's not only a problem in Africa, but it's a global problem. So really focusing on ensuring that we hone our skills, we understand that the how to solve a problem, and then as I was saying, the work that that I'm doing
yeah,
is to really market those skills not only locally but internationally. As you say, there are now some funding that comes into Africa, and there is a high interest and an increased interest in the culture, the
yeah,
cultural aspect and the creative industry in Africa. Why
yeah.
not leverage that interest in ensuring that we not only support our the continent but as well globally?
Yeah, I like what you've said actually. So basically, you're telling creatives, think global. The problem is not just local to Africa, it's also global. And then you've also made mention of the fact that there's also an interest in having that African aspect in whatever you're doing. So there you have it, guys. Think global. Add a bit of how do I put it? Genuineness, uniqueness that speaks to your African heritage. And yeah, with platforms like yours, people can actually reach out to people. I
Yes.
remember when I started the first Gamerton as well, it was through a platform like yours. Even when I came on your program, lots of people have reached out to me. And that's really interesting and key. Wow. Thanks a lot for that. Thanks a lot. This is really, really interesting.
Definitely.
I like it. Yeah.
My
So
purpose here, my purpose
yeah,
here is to support the visibility and the growth of diverse content and content creator.
yeah,
So definitely reach out to me if you are in this need.
yeah. Awesome. And please, if you have something good as well, so that you don't waste. If you have a project that, even if it's at concept stage, but something really fleshed out, so you can reach out to our. If you look at the screen, you'd see our website. You can go over it. She does quite a lot. Advocacy, consultancy. Reach out to Jojo. You could drop a message for her through our website. You could also follow her on her social media channels, and you could get to see what she's doing for the industry. So yeah, Jojo, do you have more for us? Do you have anything probably out of the box? Something we probably have missed?
Something that we have missed.
Yeah.
I'd like to highlight one game developer
Hi.
that actually I was on a panel with him on Friday, and he's utilizing gaming for everything that we talk about. So not
Wow.
only entertainment, but as well, and how to he has created a platform to raise funds for creative in Africa, and as
Yeah.
well is actually is actually observing changes, societal changes
Yeah.
based on games that he has created, and that developer is Kiro Games
Ah,
in Cameroon, and
yes.
definitely, and not only, and he does that not only in games, but he's the first game studio cross platform. So he does animation and he does comic as well.
Yeah.
Um, so that's, if you would like to see an example of someone that has made it, it will tell you he's very humble, Olivier. Is that he hasn't made it yet, but I think that he he's on a great path.
Yeah.
Um, uh, Hero Games is a great case study to look at.
Yes, I just shared the link to Kiro Games online through the chat section, through the comment section. So that's kiroworld.com. And yes, I know them. They are the makers of Orion, which is arguably one of the best games to come out of Africa. That's really exciting. And it's good to see what they're actually working on building. This is interesting. We need more of this. So, yeah, guys, yeah, so it's not new out there, guys. People are working, probably you just don't know about them, but people are doing really amazing stuff and you can get on board it as well. So, yeah, Jojo, thanks so much for your time. And this is really exciting. I believe we would call on you once more. Thanks for supporting the E-Africa Challenge. We hope to get different kind of projects from games to animation to short videos. I would really love you to go over some of these projects so that we can actually highlight some and bring them more to the spotlight, which is really
Sure,
exciting.
sure.
And
That would be my pleasure, Oscar.
awesome, awesome, awesome then. So I don't really know. I feel like we've had a really, really interesting conversation. I think in terms of value, we've really been able to highlight some things. So I don't know, is there more? Is there anything you want to give to the audience before you leave?
Thank you for being there, and thank you actually to believe in yourself, and it's going to take some time,
Yeah.
but you're going to make it definitely.
Wow. Awesome. Thanks for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So thanks a lot, Jojo, and do
Bye.
enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Yeah.